This time on Wild Case Files. Fish are raining down from the sky in the Australian Outback.
The fish just came out of nowhere.
Is it a visit from the supernatural? Find out the answers to the world's weirdest mysteries on Wild Case Files. Lajamanu, the Northern Territory, Australia. A town with just 1,000 people, 2 days from the nearest city. It's completely remote, and the weather swings from one extreme to the other. February 26, 2010 is typical. In the height of the wet season, it's hot and humid. Suddenly, a storm erupts.
I was cooking tea and we had a heavy downpour of rain. It was really, really loud. I heard yelling and screaming. I hadn't experienced a storm like it before. This is the area over here where I witnessed the local Indigenous people catching what I thought was hail.
I came outside, I seen fish just flying everywhere. Kids just ran out and grabbed the fish. I just couldn't believe it because it's the first time I seen the fish flying from the sky.
The places where they were, they couldn't have come, couldn't have come from anywhere else but above. They were on the roof, they were in the water tank, on the machinery. There were just places where they couldn't get, unless they fell from the sky.
The first stage of the investigation is to identify the type of fish.
Some of them were quite small, like 3-4 centimetres. I did witness ones that were like 10 centimetres, and they were all the same fish, spangled perch.
Spangled perch are freshwater fish found in waterholes, lakes and creeks across northern Australia. How they get from the lake or even the nearby creek to arrive on the town's sports ground is a mystery. Lajamanu is 660 kilometers inland, towards the center of Australia. It hunkers on the edge of the Tanami Desert. The nearest large lake is 480 kilometers away. Hooker Creek, south of the town, is the only natural water source. Many of the fish are found in the town's sports ground, the Oval, less than 300 meters from the creek.
There's really only one culprit that could actually do this, and that's the tornado.
Tornadoes generate some of the most powerful and destructive forces on the planet. Wind speeds can rise to 480 kilometers an hour, powerful enough to haul cars into the air. And when Emil does a cross-check on the records for Lajamanu on the night it rained fish, he finds uncanny conditions.
We had an active tropical low in the region. The atmosphere was very unstable, and the wind profile was just set up perfectly to get a tornado.
For a tornado to flood the sky with fish, it would have to kidnap its victims from beneath the surface of the water and release them unharmed after a journey across country. If it's a tornado, something is not adding up. Many of the fish found on the ground are still living.
The fish would have to rise up within the storm to a level which is well above the freezing level. So 40,000 feet. We're talking temperatures of minus 20, minus 30 degrees Celsius. At that kind of temperatures, it's a very harsh environment for a fish to survive, I would imagine. To land on the ground kicking and happy is just a little bit hard to believe.
If no tornado is uploading fish and showering them on Lajmanu, the team must consider other suspects. There is one way that fish can trek over land.
Flash flooding as a theory has some support in the observations that we received from the location. A flash flood occurs when the rainfall rate is much greater than the rate at which it can soak into the ground. Where you've got the right topography and the rainfall is funneled into gullies, you can often get quite a large flash flood which just comes roaring through the river system, able to transport all kinds of things, including fish.
Lajmanu is occasionally ravaged by flash floods, but only after several hours of torrential rain.
I don't think it could come from flash flooding because we actually had no instant flash flooding. The creek was not full at the time. It did have some water in it, but there is no way that those fish could climb uphill on red dirt and be so many up the other end of the community.
The investigation stalls until biologist Peter Whelan has a sudden inspiration.
Well, one day on the trip I was coming from Alice Springs and I saw something flapping on the road, and there were some fish. So I thought, well, how does this happen? And then I could see how the storm had come the night before and there'd actually been water running, and there was still some slight amount of water running across the road. So the fish had obviously, to me, had come up and followed the stream upstream, and then when the water supply suddenly stopped, they were left stranded in the middle of the road.
Incredibly, spangled perch, just like their walking relatives climbing perch, possess an uncanny ability for any fish.
Spangled perch will travel in very shallow water. As long as they can keep upright and keep their gills orientated right, they can travel in their own depth of water. Spangled perch even sometimes seen crossing roads. They've adapted to really move rapidly in times of rain to new places to looking for food.
Peter Whelan has developed an interesting theory about cross-country travel.
There would have been a sudden downpour, there would have been sheet water flow off the oval, and when I saw that Hooker Creek is very close to the oval, it's quite plausible that the fish swam up Hooker Creek and onto the oval, and suddenly when the storm stopped, sheet water flow stopped, and there they are, the fish are flapping on the oval.
Even the spangled perch's incredible ability to swim in just 2 fingers of water can't explain the most puzzling aspect of the case.
The places where they were, they couldn't have come from anywhere else but above.
There's no reason why a fish can't get sucked up into a thunderstorm. It's the physics all make sense. It's just the likelihood of having that right tornado and the fish in the right place, and then somebody there to actually see it when it falls out. These 3 players don't really come together very often. So it is quite a rare event to have a report, and especially a report which can be verified.
The jury is still out. This case will run and run. Until the evidence is conclusive, the flying fish of Lajmanu remain a mystery. This case remains under investigation.